G'day, it's just Josh here from Darryl Reeks Archery. Today we're just going to have a quick look at the Pse Stinger. This is in the Hunter kit. It hasn't changed at all, I believe, since last year, as in 2022. It changed from the year before that there. They made it a bit longer and they changed the riser. This is really, the weight-wise, beautiful. It doesn't feel heavy. You know, I suppose it's come in a kit, so it's all kitted out, and it's definitely a nice weight for a bow. You know, it comes with your 5-pin sight, comes with a quiver. It's got a stabilizer on here. It's got your normal limbs, same high-end limbs, I believe, as you'll get on all the other ones. And the other thing you have with the Pse Stinger is just a massive amount of adjustment. So you've got a massive amount of bow weight adjustment, you've got a massive amount of draw length adjustment. It would fit a young teenager, but in my opinion it's kind of maybe the older teenagers, 16, 17-year-old teenagers and up is where it's really where it really comes into its own. Like I said, as much as it might fit some of the younger ones, it's kind of really is a full-size adult bow. You know, there's like the diamond. That's another type of thing. That's the prism. That there's probably a little bit more ideal if you're a little bit younger than that. Like I said, if you were 12s or 13s or something, that would probably be the ideal fit. You know, this thing doesn't have a lot. Like it's been around forever, this bow. Like it's, to be honest, you know, not that I have the statistics, it's probably the most sold bow ever, and that's really basing it off of its nameplate, the Stinger, due to the fact that it's made so many advancement, cam changes, riser changes. You know, there's been a heap of adjustments and change. Like, it used to be a solid limbo to start with, so, you know, it has made some changes, but then again, you know, so's your iPhone, it's not the same as it used to be, so, you know, I mean, I don't have a problem with it changing, changing the bow and keeping the nameplate. You know, everyone knows what a Stinger is, and, you know, the category it fits in, it has never changed. It really is for the serious beginner, and that goes kind of for both ways. Like if you wanted to start out in 3D or target archery and you wanted a bow that was going to be capable, you know, you could happily go with this. It's going to have a lot of draw length adjustment, it's going to have a lot of bow weight adjustment, and that's going to allow you to sort of just find out where you are with your draw length, find out where you are with your bow weight, and just work those things out. And you're going to have all that adjustment here to be able to do that and play with it as a beginner archer. And the same thing if you wanted to hunt. It really does. It's 300 plus feet a second. Like I think it might be 310, 315 feet a second. So, you know, it's more than capable, you know, in the way of you know, its speed and its poundage. You know, you can get it in 70 pounds as well. You know, so if you wanted to take your hunting serious, you know, it's going to do that as well. And I'd say majority of the people who buy this are hunters / potentially joining like a field archery club, and it really is, like I said, it really is a very, very big seller, the Pse Stinger. Like I said, mainly one of the things that would lead to that is there's really not a lot in this price range. Fredbear would have a couple of options. Diamond over here, you know, they would potentially have a couple options that would probably fall around this price range. They've, you know, that bow there's cheaper than this one, but it's also only like the Prism, but it's only a 55-pound bow. Like I said, it really is a slightly smaller bow, you know, than this. So, mind you, you know, Pse has a bow under this as well. So, we'll have another one, and they got the one above it, which is the Brute, you know, which is like a dual cam version of this bow. So yeah, it's got some really cool things. Like I said, it's got the adjustment. The adjustment that I'm talking about for the draw length can just be done here, and it's just got all these holes, 1/2 inch adjustments. And there's a little module, There's a little module in here that adjusts. It's very straightforward to do that. Like, I'm sure that the pro shop that you purchase your bow from would help you adjust all those things anyway. You know, it's got a whisker biscuit in the kit. The grip is new for this model. Historically, well, at least for a long time, the Pse Stinger has just had side plates on it instead of an actual grip. I quite like this grip. It's you know, it feels really nice. I could see a hunter really loving this. You know, a serious target archer, you know, they might think it's a little grippy. Like if you grips to your hand too much, if you move your hand, then you add, you know, torque into the riser. So that's why you'll see a lot of the high-end tournament bows where there'll be like literally no grip. It's just like the aluminium is there on the riser, and that's all that the hand actually touches. And that's really just due to the fact that, you know, if you put anything rubbery there, you know, that might have that. Now, you know, for a hunter, and you know how accurate a hunter would have to be, you know, for the majority of them, this would be great. It'd be especially good in cold mornings when you've got that rubber grip. So look, you know, it has 2 screws. You know, it can come off if you chose not to use that and wanted to just have it off the bow. So it's really not a big deal. If you were getting into it and you wanted to, you could just pull that off. Same with your bow weight adjustment. So your bow weight adjustment, you can just see the thread is, this is backed out, you know, Allen key there, but you don't have to worry about, you know, I think it's like 10 turns this will go. But again, you can see the thread in this hole. You can see the thread in this hole, so you never really have to worry about whether or not you've got, you know, another turn left in it if you're trying to make it lighter. It's got the offset. It's got the offset here, idler wheel, which is, yeah, look, it's a cool thing. But you know, in my belief is that they've really got this offset track here, and that there saves them actually having to serve the string and cable here. There's really no need to do that. So that there's probably really why they do that cam, but they've done that cam for a long time. It's a really nice cam. It's a proven cam, you know. So yeah, yeah. It also makes it a bit wider, gives it a little bit more stability. So yeah, but that's the PSC. Still, this is a 2023 model, but like I said, I think it's the same as the 2022 model. I'll just give you a quick rundown on the statistics that we've got here. So it's 23 to 30 inches. The draw weight on this one happens to be 70 pounds and would probably go down to 50 or 55 pounds, maybe even lighter. The brace height is 6.62. The axle is 32 inches. I believe the last model was like 30 inches. So I actually like the extra length. Let off 80%. So yeah, that's the Pse Stinger. And to be honest, if you're starting out and you want a serious bow, you know, there's not a lot in this price range. To be honest, it's the first of the really probably serious American-made bows. Like I said, Fred Bear would have a couple. Diamond might have some in this range, but you know, pretty much every other manufacturer you can think of won't have a bow that sort of competes in this price bracket. And they, like I said, and I keep saying that, like, you know, they're a good priced bow, but it's a very, very capable bow. Don't think, oh, you know, I have to spend more money. You know, you really don't to start with. This is, you know, there's benefits to having a bow like this. You know, and obviously the adjustability, the weight adjustability, and be able to learn and being able to grow with that, yeah, is huge. Like when I say that, you know, like Elite and Hoyt, you know, their bows, which are more expensive than this, they have the same ability. They have a lot of adjustment, and they have quite a bit of bow weight adjustment. And I'm not saying that you couldn't start with one of them. It's just, you know, obviously they're a higher price bracket, and you know, if you didn't want to spend that much money, you know, I would look at the Pse Stinger. It's been around for an awful long time. Like I said, it's probably one of the most well-known nameplates in archery would be the Pse Stinger. So yeah, get down to your local pro shop and have a shot of the Pse Stinger. I'm pretty sure you would be very impressed.